G'day everyone, it's Angelo Ramora here. I'm your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo, bringing you another awesome vlog. And today I'm talking about the top 3 things that you should look out for in your pre-purchase inspection. Let's get it started. So guys, some of the biggest mistakes that I've made in the past when it came to purchasing a property were purchasing properties without getting eyes on site, okay? So I think it's very, very important that you do a pre-purchase walkthrough or you get a trusted contractor or even a project manager if you're doing multiple deals to make sure that they get eyes on site, have a scope of work checklist, just so you know what you're getting yourself into before you buy the property. Now, I get it, there are some, auction sites that don't necessarily allow you to enter the property before you purchase it. And that's a big gamble, in my opinion. I bought such properties, and those are the ones that cost me a lot of money because I wasn't able to see what's going on in the basement, right? And the basement is kind of going to lead me to my first point, and that's, the foundation. I think that it's very, very important that before you purchase a property, you make sure that the foundation is stable and that there aren't any cracks. Look, I'm not a full-blown construction expert, but I'm smart enough to have smarter people around me doing the things that I can't do or don't want to do. So it's very important that you surround yourself, with such individuals. And once again, a trusted contractor that can accompany you to that property walkthrough before you purchase the property to make sure that the foundation is good, I think is very, very important. And guys, foundations are very expensive. Not just that, but I'm not 100% sure that once a foundation is repaired, it will ever be the same. Another thing too is, if the foundation is faulty in the first place, well, there's obviously something going on with the ground surrounding the house. So God knows what the issues are there. The only way that I think you could really kind of purchase a property that has foundation issues and kind of repair it is if you completely redo the entire foundation. Look, this is something that I would leave to more experienced investors, and this is something that I would leave to investors that have no other choice other than to buy properties with foundation issues. A lot of you guys that are in more expensive markets on the East Coast and West Coast, you can't really pick your deals anymore like a lot of us can here in the Midwest, where we still feel like kids in a candy store. If a property has foundation issues, we don't even take another look at it, we just move on. And I get it, a lot of you guys have to take those deals on. As I said, it's risky business. I think you should be experienced before you actually take on a project like that, okay? So first thing to look out for, foundation issues. I suggest you don't buy properties that have any foundation issues, move on to the next one. Second thing that also kind of causes red flags in my eyes is major plumbing and electrical issues. Why I say that is, once again, these specific items tend to be expensive. It's not easy finding good plumbers and electricians. They all, live in a world of wizardry where everyone perceives a certain job or an issue the way they want to perceive it. So it's kind of tough to find folks that you can trust to do the right thing. But not just that, you're going to have to go through the ringer with the city. You're going to have to pull various permits. You're going to have to get licensed electricians and a licensed plumber. Once the work is complete, you're going to have to get the city to inspect it, approve it, and thousands and thousands of dollars later, hopefully you're going to get this property certified by the city, and then you can move on to actually repairing the walls and whatever else follows after that. Look, if I'm buying a property, I prefer it to not have major plumbing or electrical issues. I don't remember buying a property ever that didn't have some plumbing and electrical work. But full-blown replumb and rewiring an entire house, along with installing a new panel, and external power. Like, look, it's just something that I really don't want to get myself into. Once again, I'm not the most sophisticated construction guys out there. I did work as a laborer for 4 years, but it's not my bread and butter. So long story short, guys, I tell my project manager, if it has foundation issues, forget about it. If it has major electrical or plumbing issues, forget about it. I don't even want to touch it, okay? That's the second one. Plumbing and electrical, make sure that they aren't too bad. And last but not least, guys, is the roof, okay? Look, roofs are pretty straightforward, they're pretty simple, but they tend to cost quite a bit of money. So personally, I like to buy properties that will have at least a 10-year roof life left on them. And I just don't want to touch properties that I need to, completely, do a tear off and reshingle the roof. Now, I do want to say this. there's nothing wrong with any piece of real estate as long as the price is right, okay? So if the property does need a new roof, but the foundation is great, the electrical and plumbing is good, and the interiors aren't too bad, well look, then you just have to get a discount on that price based off of what the roof would cost, and that's pretty much going to be the only major item that you're going to do to that property, which will be replacing the roof, and everything else will hopefully just be cosmetic. So definitely keep that in mind, guys, where, all of these things ultimately, you're buying a problem and you're selling a solution, right? That's the name of the game. But you don't really want to be buying a too big of a problem, okay? So just recapping the 3 items, guys. The first thing is make sure you check out the foundation. The second thing is plumbing and electrical. We don't want any major issues there. And last but not least is the roof. I strongly encourage beginner investors to not buy a property that has any of these 3 repair items as larger issues. I prefer you guys to just do a cosmetic rehab. And look, you make money when you buy, not when you sell. Okay, so make sure that you negotiate hard and you buy cheap. So those are the 3 things, guys. Look, I'd love to hear from you. Is there anything that you guys look for in your pre-purchase inspection? Comment below. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'd love to hear from you. Comment below. But guys, that's pretty much it. Appreciate you listening. Once again, I'm Angelo Romora. I'm your favorite Australian, and I'll catch you in the next vlog.